Hey, all right. Thank
Hey.
you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. I'm here with Drew Margolis.
How are you?
Casper. And we've been on an adventure tonight, which we're going to tell you about.
Yeah, we were on an adventure tonight, I'll tell you.
It was pretty wild. It's March 4th, 2014, and we decided to head over to the complex just to give an update on what's happening with the grand opening, which you all know is coming up. And we have a couple of different places we swung by. So the first and most exciting one was we went by the complex,
Out on Hubbard Way.
Run Hubbard Way, and some young, tall guy walks up to me and says, "Hey, hi, I'd like to talk to you for a minute." I said, "Okay." And he says, "We have the new free personality test, and we would like you, me, Tori, to come in and do the personality test." And he explains that they will evaluate the whole thing and tell me over here, on my graph and all this other stuff. And for anybody who doesn't know, this used to be, the personality test was something they did for years. When I got in '69, they did the personality test. It's 200 questions. They do the whole thing, and then they evaluate it and tell you that maybe Scientology can help you. After years of it not really working and having a lot of upsets, they changed to the stress test, but now they're back to the personality test. So he invites us in, and I said, no, I don't think that's going to work. And he goes, "Why not? Scientology," what did he say? "Scientology's for everyone."
Yeah, yeah, I'll just, yeah.
Yeah, Scientology's for everyone. Come on in. And so I say, "You know what? I'll bet you a nickel that's not true for me." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, it's true for you. Come on in. I'll bet you a nickel." And I said, "Okay, but you're going to owe me the nickel if I'm right, and you're wrong."
That's what she said.
That's what I said. So we walk into the brand new LA org.
You walk in, I stay outside.
Yeah, he stays outside. I go with him because he invited me in. And he said, no, you can come in. And I said, "I don't think so." And he said, "Well, have you ever been here before?" And I said, "Yeah, I have actually. And I've been here," I think I told him before I went in, I'd been here for 30 years.
You asked him how old he was. Like, I was here when I was 22, you said, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I said I was 22 when
Yeah.
I got in. He
Right.
said he was 26. I said,
Yeah.
"How old are you?" And he said 26. And I said, "Well, I got in when I was 22. And I was in for 30 years. And he goes, "All right, well, come on in." So in we go. So we walk in the door, and this one girl kind of smiles, and then she looks at this other girl in the middle, and the other girl goes, like, no, get her out of here. And so we walk out, and I say, "Okay, you owe me a nickel." And he goes, "Well, I don't have a nickel." And I said, "Come on, man, it's a bet. You owe me a nickel." So he goes, "Okay, I'll give you another personality test to take." So he owes me a nickel.
And Scientology owes us a personality test,
That's right, both of us. So just to tell you, we're going to show you films of, then we went up and down L. Ron Hubbard Way, and afterwards we're walking back up. And the same guy walks up to me, and by now the guards have seen Drew and I are there, and it's out of the bag, right? And so this guy you can tell is brand new, and it was sad. And in a way, I want to say one thing: this is why we need everybody to keep doing what you're doing, because of these guys. Because when you see someone as sweet and as kind as this guy was, suckered into this group, and this is how much he believed in his heart that this church was inclusive and included everyone. They kicked me out. Then no guards kicked me out, but she just shook her head and I walked out. And I said, "You owe me a nickel," right? So we kept it all pretty light. But now we leave. We walk up and down the street. We take some photographs, which we'll show you. And then at the end,
he tries to flip it in his head. He changes it around in his head. He's like, I think there was just like a misunderstanding or something, or a mistake. You didn't think you were going to sign in or whatever,
Yeah, he changes it to this story of like, no, you weren't. It wasn't that you couldn't come in. It's that she thought you weren't going to sign in.
I think he was trying to convince himself of that more than he was trying to convince us of that. Right. Which is a sad part,
That was the sad part, that he was going that far to try to make it okay. And then the security guard pulled right up and he goes, "You know what?" to the guy. He goes, "You need to come. We're having a seminar right now on what you're doing." And I said, "Well, you know what? He's invited me in." He said, no, you can come in. They were wrong, and you can come in. And I said, "Okay." And I start walking, and the security guard comes up, and I said, "So let me ask you this. He said I could come in. So are we on?" And he goes, "Goodbye." just like that.
Yeah.
And I said to the kid, remember this. When you're thinking freedom, remember what these guys are doing.
Right. And the way that security guard swooped in, man, it was like, yeah, stop the show.
Right.
Yeah, which is predictable.
Predictable.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the testing center we went to,
Center, nice and bright,
which
shiny.
It looks really pretty. I have to say, it does. I mean, it was a surprise. It was open. The doors were open. And so we pulled up on Hollywood Boulevard. Drew stopped. Drew's got this big blue car. It was really so we pull up, and this girl walks over. What'd she say?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Nice building, you said, right?
Yeah, nice, I said, hey, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
And then, what did she say? Have you ever been here before?
Yeah. I believe that. Yes, that's what she said. Yeah.
Have you been here before? And I said, yeah, I have. I've been there for a lot of years. And I said, in fact, I'm an OT7. I'm grad 5 auditor. I've been there in it for 30 years. And she said, well, come on in. And I said, well, there's a little bit more to it. I'm now not part of that org. She said, what happened? And I said, I'm not part of that organization, right?
Right. And it's okay, you know. She even though she walked away, she was still happy. Yeah. She was still very happy. So.
But she was another person that both of us had never seen. Is again another young person, and for me, it's just I worry that they're getting these younger people suckered in, and so it's really important that everybody, as much as we who fight the Church of Scientology's abuses think everybody knows about it, but here in one night we saw 2 kids that are we'd never seen them before, fresh faces,
and fresh minds, you know,
and fresh minds suckered in, totally suckered in. So anyway, thank you to everybody for what you do. Is there anything else that we should talk about?
What was that? Yeah.
They're putting these giant bows up on Asho, and so we have a crane, you know, following the bow going up as they're doing it.
It's like putting a ribbon on a brown paper box, you know, it's like just really you reopen an old building again, you know,
for the 3rd time.
Like, you know, okay, like this is really doing anything, you know. It's like it's like, here, let me get this box and give it to you as a gift. You know what I mean? Even though it's an old tattered box. Oh, they did have new curtains. The
paper ones.
Where the Sea Org sleep. Normally the curtains are really ratty and stuff, and they put all brand new curtains on that side. I like to see around the other side of the building if they're all ratty as usual. But definitely the ones facing, they put new curtains up. I wonder if they'll take them back after the ceremony.
And then remember on the door they had paper?
Paper. Paper. Yeah. Paper. You know, this is the advanced org of Los Angeles, and we'll put some white paper up. Like that. Like paper like that. You know, with Scotch tape. You know. Like, whew, okay.
Well, anyway, we're going to have a lot of fun. I think it's going to be an endless, eventful thing. There's a picket on the 8th, next Saturday. Everybody's invited that's here, or anybody who wants to come on in and picket. So there you go. You coming?
I'm coming.
All right. Me too. We're in. All right. So there you go. We'll try to put together the video that we made and put it up. There you go. Peace out. We are. We're outside. It looks like they're going to put up another big thing. Here's American St. Hill. All right. And what? I don't know if they're going to put it up, but let's park.
Okay. Do I get my? Okay,
yeah, because we can't just stay here. There we go.
Yeah, they would.
They would. Hello. Ooh, Pacifica Bridge. This is the stage. There's the stage. See?
Right.
Well, we had fun. We went to, just so everybody knows, because I'm taping this, we went to the testing center, and that was fun. They have it almost open, and we had an interesting dialogue there.
In the park?
Yeah. Here we are by the horseshoe for any of the Sea Org. All right. Yeah. Careful where you park, because they love to tow this. There you go. There's the horseshoe for anybody who knows that. What's the date today? The 3rd, I think, right?
Yeah.
March 3rd. Hello. And this gold thing looks like it's going up. This is exciting. Wow. Now what is it, a bow?
Looks like a bow.
A giant bow.
No picnic equipment in the car.
What? What? So this was amazing. I went into LA Org, and this guy invited me in. What did he say?
I won't tell the whole story.
All right, you'll tell. We're gonna we're gonna make a video of it later.
He says for everybody.
Yeah. Hello.
Why wouldn't he be invited?
Yeah, he said it's for everybody. Oh yeah, you're right. All right, over and out.